friends, Amanda here. Welcome back to Handmade Now Hallmark. Today I've got this beautiful flower card featuring some really beautiful products from Simon Says Stamp. I just love how this turned out. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. So I have a piece of Neenah Desert Storm cardstock here, and I have it pre-cut to a slightly smaller than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that's why so I have a nice thin border around my finished product. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stamping down my florals here. I'm going to be using my Distress Oxide inks today, and all the colors that I used will be listed down in the description below. And I'm not really kind of having a kind of order or way that I'm doing this. I'm just kind of stamping this how and where I feel like they look the best. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just go with whatever you feel looks good to you and what makes the card look nice in your eyes. So again, I'm just going around adding these different flowers in here, and this is kind of a repetitive motion here. Again, there's no right or wrong way. There's no particular style or kind of theme or method I'm using to stamp these down. I'm just kind of placing them and making sure I have room for nice greenery. I am going to speed this portion of the video up here for you and put on some music while this is going, and once I'm all done with the stamping, we'll come back and finish up the card together. Once I was finished with all the stamping, I took out the vintage script background stamp from Whimsy Stamps. This is a red rubber stamp, and I'm going to stamp this text in the background. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite ways to add interest to a background. Now, you could definitely have done this at the beginning, and that way you don't cover up anything, but what I did was I took some khaki ink from Simon Says Stamp, and I put it all over the stamp, and then I blotted it back a little bit, just so it wasn't so intense and didn't like cover up the flowers or anything. Again, you could do this beforehand and then do all of your stamping, but it was kind of like a second thought, to be honest with you. I was looking at it after it was all stamped, and I was like, it needs a text stamp. So that's when I decided to do it. It looks great. I love the way that it turned out. I'm just so in the mood for flowers. because I am so over winter at this point. We have had so much snow here. It's ridiculous. I know we haven't had as much as the West Coast has, like up in Colorado and things like that, but it has just been miserable here. I live out in the sticks, so we don't get our roads plowed until like the very last. So I get stuck in the house and I can't go anywhere, and it's kind of driving me crazy. But it gives me an opportunity to work on lots of cards and card videos and all the things. So I was feeling very springy, and that's why I decided to do lots of flower cards. So the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add a little bit of gold to my card, and one of my favorite ways to do that is with some splatter. You could definitely do this with paint, if you have any like a metallic gold paint or anything like that. I am using Foundry Wax from Tim Holtz. This is one of my favorite products. I love it so much. It doesn't look like it does a whole lot when you first put it on. It activates whenever you use heat to it. So I'm going to splatter this background liberally all over. I wasn't worried where it went at this point. I just wanted to get some gold in there, and I'm just using a paintbrush to splatter that on here all over. And then I'm going to hit it with my heat gun to activate all of that Foundry Wax. And you can see here how beautiful and shiny it gets. Really kind of just adds a little something to the card. I love the way that this looks. So much fun. So pretty. Next, I'm going to get my card base ready, and I'm going to attach it to a top folding A2 sized card base with some 110-pound cardstock from Simon. I am going to stamp a greeting on the inside. This also comes from the stamp set that I'm using today. It is called Brushed Flowers. That's where I got all of the florals from. And this says, "You are so special to me." And I felt like this was just a really nice card you could send to somebody who may be feeling down or anything like that. And I'm using the same Distress Oxide inks that I used for the florals on the inside of the card. I also wanted to stamp another flower down on the inside of the card, so I just went through and found another floral and some greenery to add that to the bottom of the card. I was going to use this big kind of sprig, but it was just too much. So I decided just to go with a little flower and a little bit of greenery. And I just love the way that it turned out. Super cute. I love these kind of organic, brushy sort of flowers. The next card that I'm going to make, or that I have ready, is also flowers. And the stamp set has sort of the similar vibe. So I was really excited about that. But I just love the way that these look. They're very free-flowing and organic, and you can do lots of things with it. There is a die set that comes with this. I don't have that, but I was thinking about getting it because I just think these are so pretty. I would love to see them die cut and put on like a really nice background or something like that. Be lots of fun. Get this stem all stamped down here, and we can get the assembly of the card ready to go. Get everything put away here. I just love that so much. So pretty. So ready for spring. I'm ready for spring to get my garden going and it just be nice and warm and comfortable. I'm so over the cold. After Christmas, I'm done with winter. Winter can go back. I'm over it. I'm going to use some liquid adhesive to adhere my main panel down to my card base. It looks like I'm adding a absolute ton of glue, but this comes out so thin that it doesn't really do anything to the cardstock. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. And here you can see I have a nice thin white border going around my background, and I already did my greeting. I just took a scrap of pink cardstock that I had in my stash, and I heat embossed this greeting, just a note to say hello. It's a nice long oval, and I just cut it out with my scissors, and this is my main greeting for the front of the card, and I just love it. Super simple and cute. I just love the way that this looks. It's so elegant and simple. I had thought about putting a little bit of vellum behind it, but I didn't want to cover up any of those flowers. I really wanted it to stand out, and the white against all of the pinks and greens, I think really does the trick. Once I had that done, I'm going to go in with some sequins. Some of these are from This Calls for Confetti. Some of the other ones are from Simon Says Stamp, I believe. I'll make sure everything's linked in the description below. And I'm just going to go around and add these into the empty spaces here and there. Some are white or this creamy color, and some are pink. There's no method to where I place these. I don't do like really rules of threes or, a triangle method or whatever you want to use. I just kind of put them wherever I feel they look the best. And I'm just using my crystal katana here to help me pick up all of these pieces, and I'm also using that same liquid glue to add these in here. Once I get the last one on here, I am going to go in with a Stardust glitter pen and add a little bit of shine and sparkle to the centers of some of these flowers. It's a last step. You don't necessarily have to do this. I just like sparkle. And I've recently just rediscovered that I had this Stardust glitter pen, and I just love it so much. It adds so much sparkle, and it's so cute. And I've been using it on everything. Every card that I've made so far, I have used this glitter pen. But that will finish up the rest of this card for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really appreciate you stopping by, taking the time, and if you did like the video, please consider hitting the like button, as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. I can't wait to share with you some more cards, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye!
On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos at my YouTube channel.